Exactly. Hold on one second, Phyllis. Okay. I like this libertarian guy, Dave Champion, and I listen to his videos quite often.
You
Now,
remember
listen to
months
this.
and months ago I said,
Hold on. Now, this is an ex-cop, and he also has a really good book out on taxes in this country and stuff like that. The guy on the right is an obvious Trump supporter, but he was libertarian. And listen to what he has to say about Obama, what Obama supporters and Trump supporters will have in common.
on this show, during one of my rants, that the voters love to set themselves up for disappointment by getting all emotional and geared up about what their candidate says, even though the candidate can't do that. It's all about how the candidate makes them feel. If the candidate tells them, let's say the candidate says 100 things to keep it simple, and 97 of those things the candidate cannot accomplish, either they're violative of the Constitution, it's the domain of the legislature, they'd have to be a dictator, etc. If
For some reason, this election, maybe because I got so invested in it myself, I've had so much vitriol from people that watch my channel. They expect me to be some docile type black guy, keep my head down type of thing, even from my own people. And I've made so many comments because I stand against racism. One fellow said, "Stop putting all white people on the bus." I guess he didn't hear me talk about the Trumpers. And I have said to you guys several times, this is not all white people. I've said several times there are good, decent white folks out there. Actually, there are more. And it's not just the people that vote for Hillary, because there are still people, as I said before, who are Trumpers who are not aware of what's going on and they don't really care. Okay? They're not the racist. Let's continue.
if they can only accomplish a 97 out of that 100, the voters, as we witnessed in this last election, don't care about that. What they care about is the way that candidate's promises that they cannot keep made them feel about the candidate and themselves. It's really about how they feel about themselves.
Remember I said Trump has game? That's what he got these people to feel. These people that come into my channel. Frank Rubin, you owe me an apology. Frank Rubin thought I was agreeing with the two black guys attacking one white man. No, I don't. And I said, let's look at the higher view in that video where they showed two black guys beat up this white guy. And the guy who videotaped it slanted the message, said he was, just because he was Trump supporter, we don't know what the man said. As I said, if he said something bad, he deserved to get his ass beat. But not by two people, I said one-on-one, okay? I'm not a coward. You know, if I see injustice, if someone does something like that to me, trying to, I wasn't told to hold my head down, turn the other cheek. Many of you guys were programmed that way. You didn't have a father in the picture if you're African American, and you didn't get that whole, be a man stuff. If someone said to me, "Fuck you niggers, I'm a Trump supporter," I'm gonna get in his face. I'm not an internet guy. As I keep trying to tell you, I'm from the real fucking world. I do things real world, okay? So I'm not gonna be passive and put my head down and walk right by the guy. Just so you know that. So if in that video, we don't know what occurred because the person cut it off, does not show us. I submit to you that he said something, trying to be big and bad and bold. And one person got his face and another jumped on him too. I don't agree with that, as I said. It should be one-on-one. And as you guys recall, I said these are two kids. And I saw the one guy was older male, just kind of small. He's the only one that should have been fighting. Man on man, in my opinion. Not a child, not a kid. Or the younger guy, he looked like a kid. I don't know if he could have been a grown adult for all I know. But it should have been one-on-one. In case you did not hear that. For some reason, Frank Rubin did not hear that, where the rest of you guys obviously heard it. And I'm waiting for the motherfucker to apologize like a man. But he came back, edited his post, and he could have had a Trump sign, "No car in sight." No car in sight. Not a car in sight. Only car that was in the photo or in the video was the black guy's car. He kept trying to get into a black woman's car. Why? Actually, that black dude's car. Why? See, these guys who don't see what I see, they don't see these things. Like when they walk into a restaurant, they don't see the number of seats. They don't think to their heads, okay, X amount of seats, X amount per hour. They don't see employees and what I do, how much money they make in an hour. That's the difference between a worker mentality and an entrepreneur mentality. Again, okay? So you're going to be struggling with me until you understand what I see. I look for gain.
Sure. And so Barack Obama and his supporters, when he took office almost 8 years ago now, there was this long, slow arc where his supporters realized he was not who he had said he was on the campaign trail. He was not going to do what he promised on the campaign trail. What did he say about getting us out of the Middle East? Right?
What do you say about closing Gitmo? I mean, there's the list is pretty long and extensive.
Right. And you remember the video of that one black gal, it was all over social media saying, now that we have a black president, I'm not going to have to pay rent anymore.
Right.
So
I still think that had to be satire.
You would hope so, but
I mean, because I'm watching, I'm like, nobody can really actually believe this.
But the point being that his supporters went through a long, arduous, painful process.
It was a disenfranchisement.
They were lied to.
Yeah.
And because I've already covered all the things that Trump has said that he cannot do, I've covered that on this show on several occasions, now is going to come the same exact process for the Trump supporters. This long, painful, arduous arc of realizing that 95% of the things he said on the campaign trail he is never going to do, which his supporters have emotionally invested themselves in the fact that he's going to do them. So now they're going to go through this. I find this ironic as hell. They're going to go through the same exact feeling of disenfranchisement as Obama supporters did for the last 8 years. You remember months.
Okay, this guy wanted to say something in Trump's offense. These two guys, they live in a Trump state, Nevada. And this guy, he comes off like a total diehard Republican. I've seen him before in his videos. But they still get along. They do a show together. Anyways, that's true. These people who were the Trumpers, they're going to be in the same long, slow process that he can't produce it all that he promised. And that's game. They always promise the world. And when they get in there, they never deliver. You remember all the goddamn presidents before, fellas? You should know better than that. You should have known better than that. That's game. As I've tried to teach you fellas. Here we have this guy seeing the truth. Interesting. And I don't even know what Obama promised. But by the way, I didn't listen to all his promises. I say he's a politician. I said that back then. I say he's going to get in there and do nothing. Because they're not going to let him do anything. So I think the wake-up call for Trump has came. He's not going to go in there and shake up, make the whole thing fall down. He's going to make some changes, stuff like that, or at least attempt to. And he's got the support of the Republicans, hopefully. So he'll be able to make a few changes, but he's not going to be able to do all that he promised. I mean, come on. Let's get real, fellas. Let's grow up and be adults. Put our big boy pants on, our big brains on. Peace. Oh, I don't want to do any more Trump stuff. I'm kind of done with it. Just wait to see what the man does, okay? I said the racists will feel emboldened. They'll die down after a while. They will die down after a while. They'll get back to the business as usual, as they got to go back to work and face the reality of their days. So let's just wait for that to happen. All right?